Welcome to the Heartful Healing Hub podcast. I am Deanne, your host, frequency intuitive and energetic healing guide, here to hold space for transformation through sound, energy, and sacred storytelling. You're listening to Healed and Whole Stories of Remembering, a special series where I sit with women who've walked through deep health challenges and emerged transformed. These are conversations that are sacred, heart to heart, soul to soul, filled with truth, resilience, and the power of coming home to yourself. May these conversations inspire your own inner healer to awaken. Let's begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my Heartful Healing Hub podcast. Today, I am sitting here with Peggy, and I will pull up her bio so I can properly introduce her. Peggy is calls herself the gentle marketing coach and consultant. She is a mom, an introvert, and a personal development enthusiast who's passionate about helping life coaches and transformational practitioners share their life-changing work with clarity and integrity. She supports them in growing a thriving coaching practice with a marketing approach that aligns with who they are and their business goals. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm very well, Deanne. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Always love chatting with people from all around the world. So,
yeah, that's great.
Beautiful. So the stage is yours. Whatever it is that you feel called to share, I am ready to listen.
All right. So I love to share a piece of my experience that has been quite significant in my life, that has kind of changed the perspective of how I see myself. Mm-hmm. And it all started with a very ordinary day, many years ago, where I, got up in the morning, drop off my daughter, she was 3 at that time, to the childminder. And then I rushed to the train station to commute to work at the inner city in a corporate job. And it was a very ordinary day. And unbeknown to myself, before lunchtime on that day, I was literally escorted out of the company by the HR personnel because I was made redundant. And it was quite a traumatized experience because it was really out of the blue moon. I have been working in the organization for more than 13 years, and there is no, warning or anything. Jeez. So that was, it was really the worst day of my life at that time, because I've never imagined that I would be out of job. So it was quite an experience. And I remember when I was out of the company, I, walked to the train station to get back home. And it was lunchtime at that time. And at lunchtime at that area, it was really busy because all the office worker from all the high rise had gone down, and there was a zigzagging in front of me, and I was calling my husband, telling him that I lost my job. And I was trying to hold my tears because there's so many people in front of me walking around. Mm-hmm. And when I got home, I kind of frantically gone to my laptop and, tried to dug out my CV and try to find another job because, at that time I pay half of the mortgage, and I couldn't imagine that I could live without the pay salary. So that was what happened. And then luckily, when everything dies down, when the emotion kind of calmed down, I thought to myself, maybe, I don't have to go back to the corporate job that which I've never loved anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's an opportunity for me to do something different and something possibly radically different. So when I was young, I love anything creative. I love arts. I play piano. I love music and I love dancing. But it was something that my parents never encourage. In fact, they discourage me to go
Mm-hmm.
into this kind of career or this kind of studies.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, since I have lost my job, maybe that is an opportunity for me to, pursue my passion. And at that time, photography was my hobby, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe I can give it a try and to become a photographer. And that was what I did. So I launched a photography business, not knowing anything about business, not knowing about marketing, not knowing about how to find clients, but I worked my way figuring things out. And at that time, I was enroll myself into all these courses, marketing courses and program, and I came across a a program which is not so much on marketing but on online business.
Mm-hmm.
And that particular mentor who I signed up his program for really resonate with me because he is not somebody just talking about marketing or online business, but he's very he loves to talk about mindset, and he talk a lot about the difference between an employee mindset versus an entrepreneurial mindset, and that really resonate with me. And although at that time I wasn't set up to, launch an online business or anything, because photography is not an online business, but I bought his program because I can really resonate and I could benefit from what he preached. So, but anyway, lives go on. So I, work my way to become a brand photographer. And at that time, I was able to get paying clients and things are picking up. But unbeknown to everyone, the COVID hit. So that means that no business for a photographer because it's a
Mm-hmm.
in-person business.
Yes.
And yeah, so at that time I remember I was talking to myself, thinking myself, oh, this is this is very strange, because when I bought the program that I invested in, it was about online business. So there is always something at the back of my mind that's, oh yeah, one day I would love to launch a business that I can work online rather than in person. And when that happened, I thought, oh, this might be the sign or something. So I spent a lot of time during the COVID time going through the program and learn everything about, how to run an online business, how to launch it, how to market it. And but when the COVID had the lockdown had finished, I I wanted to kind of finish what I started. So I went back to photography for a couple more years. But during that time, the mentor that I was talking about, he also um, resumed live event because he used to have an annual live event
Mm.
that everybody can attend. And obviously, during the COVID, it was not possible. But right after the COVID, he reopened those events. And I was thinking, oh, should I attend those events? That because I am located in London, and the event is in California, so it's quite a trip for me. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so at that time I was like battling in my head: should I attend or should I not attend? Having this, battle inside my head, and somehow this is very funny because I have my best friend. I knew her when she was in London. She had moved to the state for a few years, and originally she moved to Miami in Florida. And then, but recent years, she had moved herself to California. and I have no clue where she lived in California. I'm not very good at the geography in America. So I was telling her, oh, there's this conference, that business event that I wanted to attend, and it's at this place. And she was telling me, oh, that's where I am. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. And I thought, oh my God. So I cannot say no to this, because I have not visited my best friend for a long time. I haven't seen her for a while. And she just had her baby. So it was the best time. So I could, visit her, and then also attend the event, so I can kill two birds with one stone. So I booked myself the tickets and went there. And what happened at this event kind of is the experience that have changed my perspective. So as I mentioned before, the mentor, it's very big on mindset, and he's also very, very keen on spirituality, energy work, that kind of thing. And his partner, which was his fiance at that time, is an intuitive guy. So in one of the session during the event, we were introduced and talked about the frequency and energy, right? How everything is just energy. A lot of the time, people think that it's a woo-woo thing, very, very but it's actually science, right?
Yeah.
It's actually physics. And this is something that is obviously new to me. And I was very intrigued listening to what they say. And the sessions was to demonstrate to us, to prove to us that this is what it is. And it is all about guiding us to be able to bend a metal spoon. So when I found out about this, I was like very intrigued, very interested, but kind of disbelief at the back of my mind, like, so how can this happen, right? So I'd love to see it, how it happens. And so we were basically guided through a meditation kind of steps and visualization and all that. And everybody follow along, and so did I. And then when it's come to the time that we were prompted to bend the metal spoon, and by the way, we're not supposed to, like, we shouldn't apply force to bend it. It should be bent very easily, as I was told. And I was like hoping that I could bend it, but try to subtly apply force and everything. But at that time, I couldn't bend it. And when the whole session's finished, and during the sessions, everybody's closed their eyes, and and when the session's finished and I opened my eyes, and they were asking who had bent the spoon. And there were loads of people who put their hand up. So I would say not everybody, but I would say like 30% of people in the room had bent the spoon, including people who are on a wheelchair, who are disabled. So I was quite, wow, that's amazing. And I was hoping that I could bend it, but because in the back of my mind, I really didn't think that I would be able to do it. Yeah, it's a doubt. So, but I was really amazed that loads of people could do it. And I kind of think, wow, that is possible. I was telling myself. And so I end up, having not a bent spoon. I brought it home to London. And however, a couple of weeks after the event, I had a calling to try again. And I remember all the steps all the meditation and visualization steps that we were led with, and then kind of try it. And this time round, at home, I was able to bend a spoon. And when I was feeling like literally just bent like rubber, I was like literally crying. Like, oh my, just go over. Oh my God, just like, yeah, I just couldn't explain the feeling. I cannot, and it's something that I cannot forget. And
Mhm.
this is the spoon that I bent that day.
Awesome.
Yeah, and now I always keep this spoon next to me where I work as a reminder, because sometimes, well, not sometimes, lots of the time when we procrastinate, when we have doubt, and that is a very good reminder of myself for me, like the power that we have, not just me, but everyone,
Hmm.
everyone have this power that we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
And this is why I wanted to share this with everyone, so that those who are listening, even though you probably haven't bent the spoon yet, but knowing that if this is possible is a start, I think.
No, that's amazing, and that's the thing that, as you said, we don't really. Many of us don't know how powerful we actually truly are, and then this proves also that anything is absolutely possible,
Mm, yeah,
absolutely anything. So yeah, that's
yes, yes, yes. And then I think
really fun.
it's just, I think lots of people have self doubt, especially women.
Oh
They always
yes.
think about they're not good enough or they're not, and that is me as well. Because when I was growing up, I've always, how I experienced the things that I experienced before, I always think that I was not good enough. And yeah, so this is something that have changed my thinking, and yeah.
No, it's these life-changing moments like this that really, like I said, it makes us realize how powerful we actually are, and that our mind, just there's no limit to what we can do. Absolutely none. I mean, it's just like so beautiful. And then I'm sure that this um, belief now that you have in yourself has translated to everything in your life, not just bending spoons.
Yes, 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 definitely. And I think bending spoon is just a, how do I say it? It's not, is maybe it's because there are, when I share this story to some of the people who might not be so spiritual or things like that, and
Mhm.
they just thinking it's a trick, like, and it's like, oh, can you do the trick again? Well, no, because this is something that is not a trick, and it's something that is very personal and very spiritual to me,
Yeah.
and it's not a performance. So I don't need to prove to anybody to do it again or anything. So yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, it's not one of those. I think they call them dogged pony show or something like that.
Oh, really? I've never
It's
heard of
not.
that.
Yeah, it's just an expression that I've heard well, a few times in my life, but it's we're not there to be showing off our ability, just like in the circus. This is I'm not a freak here. This is not,
Yeah.
this is just it's kind of having that spoon around you is kind of a reminder of how powerful you are, and that anything is absolutely possible. So that is a beautiful reminder. And like
Yeah.
I said, I'm sure it's probably more than likely translated into the work that you do now, because you're not doing photography anymore. So
No, no, I'm not doing photography anymore. But but it does translate, how it translates to the work that I do now. Because in marketing, there are just lots of people following random advices and things like that, and doing things that really don't align with their energy. And I
mhm,
think it's very important to, whatever you do,
yeah,
it needs to align with how you feel and how you manage your energy. And for example, me, I'm an introvert,
mhm,
and there are certain things that it will drain my energy, in terms of work, like always going out to networking and always like online and doing lives, and it's something that it doesn't align with my energy level.
mhm,
So I wouldn't choose to do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
that's
understand.
how I work with my client. When I work with my client, I would also advise them to do that as well, and to really look at how how you manage your energy, and and as well as your day-to-day lifestyle, whether what the marketing activities that you do actually align with those. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's important to do things that exactly like you said, totally aligns with who you are as a person, and I'm saying person on a broad sense because we are emotional beings as well as physical beings. So it's important that everything aligns so that we are more successful at what we do, and we're not going against the current. We're just flowing easily, and it just like I'm also an introvert, so there's certain things that
Mhm.
like I can totally relate. There's certain things that when I'm in a crowd and it's just too noisy and there's too many people, I just shrink, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I have to go. Sorry, lovely people that you are, but I'm just, yeah, I'm struggling now, so I'm going
Mm.
to excuse myself.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, I'm sure. So do you find that you're attracting, see, that's the other thing too, is we often attract um, people that are like-minded. And so do you find that you attract people that are in alignment with you, if you
Yeah,
are?
that's certainly, yes, yes. I tend to work with people who are quite big-hearted, quite caring, and yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Yeah, I can see
yes.
that.
Yeah, I totally love the idea of that law of attractions and everything is something that I
Hmm.
discovered since I am on this entrepreneurial journey. Something that I've never thought about, never learned about when I was working in a corporate job, certainly.
So losing that corporate job was kind of it had a really big silver lining to it, although it was stressful at the moment and
Mm.
in the beginning, but it had a huge silver lining because it launched you towards what you're doing now and what you're truly passionate about and love doing. So, and do you find that you're using your creativity now?
Yeah, yeah, every day actually, because I love the creativity or in the marketing side.
Hmm.
So yes, yes,
No, that's good. And are you still doing photography as well, or is that?
yes, as a hobby more
Mhm. Yeah, of
more
course.
than a business. So yes, definitely.
That's awesome. 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 Um, so what, like, do you have any, like, when you're doing your work with your client, do you have any specific tools that you prefer to use? Like, if you're going from, you said you use your creativity. So how do you do that? How do you incorporate creativity in marketing?
Yeah, in marketing, creativity is actually very important in marketing because especially when you are crafting your positioning of your business, of what you do, of the and crafting the messaging on how you communicate the
Mhm.
value of what you do. There are different ways of communicating. Ultimately, marketing is about communication, and there are like visual communications in terms of image photography, and those are all the creative side of things as well. So yeah, so I think creativity is a big part of marketing.
Well, that's
Definitely.
awesome. I mean, it's just awesome for you that you've went from like being, oh no, I lost my job, this is terrible, to now uh, like using your creativity and doing marketing, which you seem to be enjoying. So it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So do you find that you're relying on your instinct a lot as well as your
Yes,
creativity?
yes, definitely. I think I have learned to kind of listen to the inner voice,
Hmm.
and I am not a really religious person, but I now learn how to listen to to listen to the inner voice more, since I have learned about all this, spirituality, intuitive side of things. And yeah, definitely.
No, that's awesome. Like and that's kind of what, like, it's part of my, what a lot of what I do is helping people to realize that, we have this inner wisdom that we were born with, and we were kind of
Mm,
taught not to listen to it, to listen to other people, and everybody else knows better. But truly, when you're listening to your inner voice, that's when your creativity comes out, and your passions come out, and that's when things get revealed to you, that um, your life purpose, I guess, for some people. And yeah, so
yeah, I think it's also it's not just just trusting yourself, but also trusting the universe. Whatever that
absolutely.
universe is to people, it can be
Yeah.
God, it can be something else, or whatever it is, but trusting that the universe is always have your back, that everything will be, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation this morning with a young lady about that specifically, because
Mm,
I very much do that, like with my own journey,
yes.
from 30 years ago, and then up until now, I am trusting that everything's going to work out, whatever it is that I'm meant to do. I rely on my instinct, and I'm like, okay, this is where I'm going, and I'm doing it. And sometimes I don't know what the next step is going to be,
Mm,
but I've never been let down. Like the
yeah.
universe always has my back. So
Yes. Yes. That is so
yeah,
good. Yeah,
yeah.
because I am kind of a worrier as well, because I always worry about this, worry about that. and, and this is something that I'm constantly aware and remind myself. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it is important, and I mean, you have the tools, so
Yeah, I
this
think
is,
we all have the tools. We
yes,
just
no, we do, we do.
yeah,
It's just a matter of remembering,
yes.
and we don't always, in the heat of the moment, or when things are really emotional, we don't think
Mm,
of stopping and just go, okay, let me just sit down here for a moment, take a deep breath, and just, yeah,
mm, yeah.
that's good. Anything else you would like to share?
Mm, I think nothing more. I think it's just a final reminder to everybody that, you know, you are a powerful being,
Mhm.
and you just need to trust yourself and
Yeah.
not doubting.
Yes, that is most important for sure. Well, thank you for your time, and I will have all your information in the show notes. And I greatly appreciate that you've taken the time, because it is later in the day for you, so in the evening, I should say.
It's
So
not that
great.
bad.
Yeah, no, so I greatly appreciate you taking the time,
Oh,
and
thank you. Thank you for
we
having me.
will we will chat soon.
Yes. Thank you, dear. Have a great day.
Yes, thank you.
Bye. I
Thank you for spending time with us inside the Heartful Healing Hub. If this story moved you, please consider sharing this episode or leaving a comment. Your words help others find this sacred space. If you or someone you love has a healing journey to share, we'd love to hear from you. And finally, if you would enjoy a gentle way to unwind after listening, visit the show notes to download your free tea ritual guide, Sip and Soften, a soul soothing gift to nourish your inner healer. Until next time, be kind to yourself and trust what has always been within you. And remember, you are whole, you are healing, you are home.